Hello, friends. Welcome to another episode of Are You Safe Too? I'm Todd, your personal workplace safety specialist, and today we are going to reach beyond the stars. This is where we're at so far. I'm going to take the tower crane off, which is going to allow us access to. Oh my gosh, did I put that on there? I did, darn it. Oh, hey, look at that. Came right off. So, tower crane, we're going to set that in the back here so it doesn't interfere with our build today. So what we have so far is up to step 24. And that is where the Sears Tower, the Willis Tower, rises up into what we call the stepped or cut in parts of the Sears Tower. And it's not just a straight square building from ground to sky. I made a diagram here. Here it is. And this is a little maquette, and it shows the different steps that or cut-ins that the building has featured. There are 9 vertical tubes, and those tubes are then bundled as the building goes up, so that, for instance, this first tube is mirrored on the other corner here. And then you go up a little bit further and it steps in a little bit. You go up further and it cuts in, steps up to 3 elements, leaving the last 2 to rise to the sky. And so that is a little maquette I have used in visualizing not just this model from Lego, the Sears Tower, or the skyline, which is over there, but it also has helped me over the months to plan, prepare, design, sketch, and incorporate many ideas into this. So let me ask you a question. If you are in safety at your workplace, do you do walkarounds? We're going to touch on that for today later on, because we're going to build something, we're going to learn something, we're going to compliment someone, and our safety tip of the day. So let's get started here with this build. We're going to move this into position here, and we have our agenda. Let's see, build, learn, compliment, and safety tip of the day. Okay, so let's start. Right now we have 1,173 pieces so far in this build, and I am not even halfway yet. We will hit the halfway point as we get going vertical here. So let's see. We're going to start by placing these in, let's see, 2 corners here. So this one is, these are going to help support those first inserts of where the corner tubes rise up and then stop as the rest of the building continues skyward. So those pieces will do that right there, correct? Good. All right, so 22, 23, and 24 are together. All right, so there we go. Then we have, I'll go to my diagrams here. Let's see. There we go. Did you know that there are 104 elevators in the Sears Tower? Let me make sure I'm lining this up correctly. Let's see, this is going to end on a 4, so we're going to start with a 6. Aha, good thing I checked, because that way it'll line up correctly. Excellent. 104 elevators, and 16 of them are what's called double-decker elevators. And that means that they have 2 cars in one. All right, we're going to move this closer here so that hopefully you can see it in the camera. All right. There we go. Then we have one on the other side. It clicks like that. And we are just, why are we just shy? Why are we just shy by a single plate? You've got to be kidding me. A single plate is throwing us off. Oh my goodness. Why did I choose today as a day? There's one. And there's one. Looking for There it is. Found it. All right. Ta-da! That line up? It certainly does. And then this one is going to go here, which means then our corner pieces are going to line up like so. Oh, I love it when a plan comes together. Don't you? I do. Now we're moving. All right, and we're going to line the edges with 4s and 6s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. So this one will go here. My other 6 is going to go on this side here. And then my single pieces will go there and there. And then lastly, our 4s. Ta-da! Yes! That is officially bag 25. I have 50 bags total. Yay! 1,767 pieces. Because this section here that I pre-built saves us a whole lot of time. We have bag 26. So this involves surrounding our building with lights. And 1, 2, 3, we're going to do corner lights here and here. No. That's what we want to do like that. Because when this gets lit up from the inside, it will look spectacular. Now there is one express elevator in the real building. And it goes from the ground level to the 103rd floor, the SKYDECK. And it travels at 1,600 feet per second, which is pretty impressive if you ask me. There we go. when the lights go up, that will illuminate. And then we have our inside corner there. All right, so step 26 completed. On to 27, which is the fun element of, it took me a while to engineer. How am I going to do the rooftops for these insets? And I thought, okay, well, this will be interesting because I certainly want to create that element of pseudo-realism. Is that a word? It is now. I don't know if sitting would be much of an option for very much longer. I know this is where I always get mixed up because I need to cut in to this side. So when that comes this way, this is going to go this way. All right, then we have another 1x3. 1, 1, 1, 3. Yep. That's exactly what I wanted to do. So this goes there, that goes there. This will end up here. So that will continue windows lining up. These is going to be 2, 3. Now the question I have for you, and leave a comment, do I want to use these to represent the window washing equipment, or should I use the white tiles like that? Let me know what you think, because they should be round and they have the tracks along these edges that guide the window washing machines from the garage out to the edge and along the side. So they go out to the corner and then can travel on tracks. And then the window washing machines can go up and down. These are robots. These window washing machines are robotic. I'm going to use these round ones for now. They came off of one of the Speed Champions race cars. I just think that looks pretty cool. Maybe I'll change it to a single round tile. I heard something fall on the floor. Yes, let's try to find a way to step on that later. Excellent. All right, peg 28. Then we're going to call this a day. I'd like to compliment someone. And something I try to do each episode is recognize a content creator that I've enjoyed watching. And sharing information is a big part of, what we do and who we are as human beings. So why not pass along a kudos to someone who has spent their time and talents and gifts and sharing that with others. So today, and I will leave a link to their channel in the description. The channel I'd like to share today is Laser Creation World. And it's pretty cool to watch someone that has the skills and talents of this channel. Just a high caliber, real class act of work. Now, some of the subtitles are tougher to read because they go by pretty fast, but the music is good. And what this creator can do with not only laser cut wood, but imagination and storytelling, I think many times we take for granted the language that we grew up with. And we think, gosh, I don't understand what somebody else is saying. But you can follow along with imagery and yes, I'm going to add 2 more clear. There we go. That way, when this is lit up, it'll shed a little bit more light into these rooftop structures. There. And there. I thought I would be reducing bricks, but actually this footprint is almost like 2 diamonds. And that will continue up to the 60th floor, where we'll see another cut in, but you'll have to stay tuned for another episode. Todd, show closer to the camera. Okay, I hear you. So this right now takes us to the 50th floor. That is step 28. 29 is going to give us another, how many levels? 13 levels. And we're going to come back at another episode. But I'm really jazzed about how this has grown so far. And I thank you very much for joining me. Oh, safety tip of the day. Well, walkarounds. As a safety manager, I spent a lot of time at facilities, walking around, taking notes, asking questions. And that's a big part of creating safe workplaces. asking what if, including others in the conversation. And as we see our facilities, maybe new machineries coming in or new contractors are coming in to do work, it's very important to, again, use your training and watch out for others, but also to add compliance as your company evolves. So walkarounds can do that. And maybe you do one in the morning or when you start your shift, maybe one before or after your lunch break, and then another one at the end. And talk to those folks you work with, because their eyes and ears and insight can be such a valuable resource in developing rules and regulations and policies and procedures. So how do you keep track of it all? Maybe you have a facility with 50 employees. That doesn't mean you get to skirt the rules. You still need to apply that compliance and ensure that employees go home at the end of the day. So what I did, and imagine you could peek into an OSHA inspector's audit book. I have checklists. And this one here is about employee posting. There are fines if you do not have your labor law posters up to date, or information about ADA and employee benefits. It should be in languages that your employees can understand, because many times employees, English is not their primary language. So having something that is easily read, readily available. And if you need updating, I have connections. I mean, I know somebody who knows somebody who can really, help you out, save you money, make sure you're compliant, avoid those fines and penalties. So this checklist on employee posting, I'm going to put on my Ko-fi page. And I will put that link in the description below. If you would like to check it out, maybe make a small contribution or coffee or be part of the safety ambassadorship. There's about 54 of these checklists that I'll be posting from time to time. You can be a part of that. Takeaways that will help you look like a safety rock star. At the end of the day, every employee deserves to go home with all their parts and pieces intact. So, what did we do today? We built up to the 50th floor. We learned about elevators. We complemented Laser Creation World and our safety tip of the day on walkarounds, asking what if, asking why, and avoiding those excuses like, that's the way we've always done it, or I'm not going to get hurt, I know what I'm doing. Oh my gosh, what excuses have you heard in your workplace? I'd be curious to hear some of those answers. Thank you for joining me today. If you like what you saw or heard today and would like more, please click the like and subscribe buttons. I encourage you to leave a comment, constructive critique, feedback, share something that will maybe help evolve this channel into more. Who knows where this is going to go? It's kind of like building a building. You start with the basics, you learn as you go, and as you grow taller, you're reaching for the stars. You may not quite catch one, but you're not going to end up with a handful of mud either. My name's Todd, your personal safety workplace specialist, and thank you for joining me today. Use your training, watch out for each other. Safety rocks, and we'll catch you next time. Thank you.